Good morning and welcome to Good News for Today, October the 4th. My name's Tim.
My name is Nikki.
And we're pleased to bring you our reading from Luke. We're continuing with Luke as we've done for the last few days. We're looking at Luke chapter 7, verses 1 through 10. The lectionary has us going through verse 17, but we're just going to do verses 1 through 10. So Nikki's just going to read that for us now.
When Jesus had finished saying all this to the people who were listening, he entered Capernaum. There a centurion servant, whom his master valued highly, was sick and about to die. The centurion heard of Jesus and sent some elders of the Jews to him, asking him to come and heal his servant. When they came to Jesus, they pleaded earnestly to him, "This man deserves to have you do this, because he loves our nation and has built our synagogue." So Jesus went with them. He was not far from the house when the centurion sent friends to say to him, "Lord, don't trouble yourself, for I do not deserve to have you come under my roof. That is why I did not even consider myself worthy to come to you. But say the word, and my servant will be healed. For I myself am a man under authority, with soldiers under me. I tell this one, go, and he goes, and that one, come, and he comes. I say to my servant, do this, and he does this." When Jesus heard this, he was amazed at him, and turned to the crowd following him. He said, "I tell you, I have not found such great faith even in Israel." Then the men who had been sent returned to the house and found the servant well. The word of the Lord.
Yes, thanks be to God. So, this is an interesting passage. And actually, the rest of this chapter deals with a second miracle that Jesus performed, which was raising a widow's son. But we're focusing here on the centurion. And I'm just kind of summarizing from a commentary that I read, that people in very surprising places and with very different backgrounds have heard Jesus' message. That seems apparent to us. Now, compared with earlier miracle accounts in Luke, here the stress is on the attitude of the person seeking the healing rather than on the healing itself. Now, what is Jesus commending in the understanding of the centurion? And a little bit of a story about the centurion. The centurion here has a slave who is near death. Now, a centurion was a soldier in Herod Antipas's army. Herod Antipas was the same Herod to whom Jesus was sent as they were preparing to bring him before Pilate. So Herod Antipas had an army, and a centurion would have been a soldier in that army who commanded about 100 men. Contrary to what we might think, he's not a Roman, because Romans did not enter such military roles in Jerusalem or in Judea until the year 44. And he is supportive of the Jewish nation. That is indicated by the fact that he's built a synagogue for them. He's what Luke elsewhere calls a God-fearer, a Gentile who does not yet fully identify with Israel, but does respect the God of Judaism. The centurion has heard about Jesus and his miracle-working power, so he sends Jewish elders on his behalf. Now, the fact that he sent Jewish elders is an indication of his cultural sensitivity, not knowing Jesus personally and recognizing that he is of Jewish heritage. The soldier sends representatives of Jesus' own ethnic background to plead his case. A message of ethnic cooperation that would be revolutionary in ancient times, just as it is today. Although Jesus initially preached to the lost sheep of Israel, his ministry eventually extended to all after his post-resurrection commission to the apostles. This soldier supports the nation and has built a synagogue. Now, A second wave of representatives comes to Jesus on behalf of the household, and they end up commending Jesus by explaining that the soldier does not feel worthy to have Jesus enter his home. The centurion knows what it is to be under authority and to issue commands like go, come, and do this. But in response to that, Jesus says, I have not found such great faith even in Israel. This statement is like a neon light. Here is faith that should be emulated. Here is trust, confidence, rest in the authority of God and the awareness of his plan. The Jewish nation and all others can learn from this outsider. Returning home, the messengers find the slave healthy. The request has been granted, the slave restored. Jesus' condemnation must resonate even more powerfully as they contemplate the miracle. Surely, if such faith is possible outside of Israel, it can happen anywhere. Furthermore, it is clear that Jesus possesses a unique authority. He does not need to be physically present to bring about what he wills. There we are. So, that's our good news for today. I think Nikki's just going to close, and that is good news, is it not? I mean, I did read from a commentary, but the commentary did reflect my own thoughts when I was reading this. That this is perhaps a place that gives us great hope, not being of the Jewish faith in our background ourselves. That Jesus' message is for the world. So Nikki's going to just close with a bit of a word here, and we'll be on our way.
I'm going to have a blessing to go with you. May the love of God fill you with joy and peace. May the healing power of Christ strengthen and save you. May the Holy Spirit encourage you. May 1,000 angels guard your steps. May you find blessing in all your days. Have a great week, and we'll see you again in a few weeks. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you. Bye now.